Hello again, this is the Cool Geek and this is the third part of the Amazing Excel VBA videos part 1. Now we have discussed in the previous video about Excel VBA, what kind of programming language we are going to use for writing our codes and building our applications. Now let's talk about object-oriented programming. VBA uses the Visual Basic for Applications uses object-oriented programming for writing the codes or building applications. Now let's dig deep into what is object-oriented programming. Now let's uh, let's see this like if you're building you're constructing a building. Obviously you would want some bricks, cements, and a lot of other objects to build that building. Now here we are going to have three major players to build our application. One is the properties, methods, and the third is the events. Now, it is the communication of these three objects, the properties of an object that will help us do make our application. Now let's talk about what is the three things. First one is the properties. A properties is nothing but let's picture a car, and obviously we can say the name of a car is a property of it, the color of the car is a property, the number of tires it has is a property, the weight, the manufacturing, the model, the fuel type it is, various features of a car, the sum that is something that is wooing us for buying a car. You would go to a market and you would see a red color car or something, the model that you like, or a two-seater car. So basically anything that describes an object will be a property. Now, what is a method? A method is nothing but something that we perform or do with the object. Now, let's say a car. I can drive a car, I can wash a car, I can crash a car, I can also repair a car. So I can physically do something with the car. Obviously, we are talking about programming language, but we'll come to an example of how objects work in Excel VBA also. Now we have methods, nothing but something that we perform with the objects, like driving it. Best example to remember. And then we have events. Events is going to be a slightly confusing or little time taking to understand, but we will eventually cover how events are going to help us to perform activities in Excel. Anyway, so event can be any VBA code to monitor user actions. So basically, when I'm doing this, obviously the cursor moves along with it. When I click this, it is selected. So it's monitoring my actions. Based on my action, there is something getting performed, some task is getting performed. So to put this back to our car example, we know its properties, we know its methods, like what we can do with the car, but let's look at the minor details of the car. When I uh, when I open the car, the lights are automatically uh, turned on. When I close win the door of the car, automatically after a few seconds the lights are shut off. Now how does this this is action. There is a small code that is written based on the open and close of the car, based on which we need not go and on the car and then the lights uh, on the button of the switch to switch on the light. Right, so it automatically happens. That is how we are going to uh, picture the events as something that is triggered based on a user action. Like if I open the car door, the lights of the car automatically switch on, the interior lights obviously, and if I close the door, automatically the interior lights are switch off. So you can, whenever you picture an event, please remember this example. Now let's go deep down into the car example. Now we will discuss this car example in the next video. Please please continue watching the next part of this video. Thank you.